Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about antisocial personality disorder. Antisocial personality disorder is one of my favorite mental health disorders to study just because I feel like so many people have it these days. You know what I'm saying is a lack of empathy for others, and then, people raising hell all over the place, right? Road rage and stuff like that. Um, so the first thing would be an individual might have antisocial personality if they have repeated acts against what would be considered the norm of a situation, normal behavior. So if they're going outside that a lot, then that can point towards an antisocial personality. Deceitfulness and lying. These are the guys that are your classic con artist. They're even going to con their mom out of a couple bucks if they can, or their brother. It doesn't really matter to them because the problem with this disorder is they tend to kind of see people a little bit as objects to be used. So, deceitfulness and lying, impulsivity in a lot of areas, probably reckless driving, disregarding, they'd be the guy that run the stoplight, run the red light because they're just disregarding the rules, right? Anything that's a social norm. Reckless disregard for others' safety. They also disregard their own safety. It's called almost like fearless dominance. I mean, if they were on a battlefield, they'd be the first guy, right, up front. The fearless dominance. Let's go, guys. So I think there's a lot of pros to being to having this disorder. I think a lot of like top positions in organizations, like CEOs of companies, a lot of them have antisocial personality. So there can be a lot of pros to antisocial personality. Like for quick talk about it is like they'd be more willing to be like assertive with people. That can be a skill that can get you far in life. So it's not just negatives, there's pros to it too. Um, let's see here. Disregarding work, work responsibilities or other responsibilities. If there's something better going on, they'll disregard it. You know, but pretty much if anything better is going on, they're gonna disregard whatever their former plans were, right? Or maybe just call out sick from work just because they want to, just because they want to have fun that day, or just not caring about their workplace, coworkers. Uh, so like if they do stuff to people, whether it be a verbal attack or a physical attack, they have pretty much no remorse for the victims, and they're also going to say that the victim deserved what they got, or they're going to somehow justify the reasons why they did what they did, and always kind of make themselves out to be the victim. Manipulation and theft, we kind of talked about that, just being very manipulative and conning, and willingness to steal if it was going to benefit them somehow. They'd take $5 from you if they knew they could get away with it. They would do that. um Charming, a lot of it is bullshit because they're the guys that are coming up to you and they're being like super charming, but they're full of shit. They're just kind of superficial. It's that superficial charm that kind of like a lot of people with antisocial personality take on, that superficial charm. But the hard part about that whole thing is it's kind of easy to spot. Let's see here. They're charming and manipulative, like I said. They got that Rico Suave personality. They're probably gonna have nice shoes on, nice clothes, and they really like to present themselves well because they want to feel like they're kind of above people. You know what I mean? Above the law, above authority. A lack of empathy, like I said. So if they verbally chew you out, they're gonna say you deserved it. If they have to hit you or punch you, they're gonna say that you deserved what you got because something you said to them. They're gonna paint themselves as the victim in those instances. Let's see here. They talk about how it can have like a family component in actually getting it. Like let's say your father or mother have antisocial personality, you could get it genetically from them. There's a lot of environmental components that go into getting antisocial personality. Like one of the main points they correlated with it was actual child abuse. So whatever form of child abuse that is, I think what it actually does, the child abuse kind of makes you disconnect from that normal attachment that would have been there without the abuse. You see what I'm saying? So they tend to have a mistrusting attitude. So when it comes to the trust versus mistrust, then anyone with antisocial personality as a child would have gotten mistrust, and that causes them to kind of develop this antisocial mindset that they have to be, manipulative to get their needs met, that they have to be dominating to be safe, because maybe when they were little, things were out of control, right? So they kind of probably developed these skills a lot because of their life experiences. And like I said, child abuse is a major contributor to it. They said that like a mom that has malnutrition or smokes during pregnancy could